Hey everyone, I'm Mike from theparkprodigy.com. Are you planning the ultimate trip to Universal's brand new theme park, Epic Universe, and want to make sure you do not miss a single thing? Well, that's exactly why we created this video. This is number one of a 5 video series breaking down the best tips and tricks within all 5 worlds at Epic Universe. And today we're starting with Epic Universe's Celestial Park, which is the main hub of the brand new park. And if you've been getting ready for your Epic Universe vacation and doing research, you already know that without the right strategy, you could easily waste hours in lines and miss some of the park's most incredible attractions and probably my most important thing, which is missing the best food. And that's exactly why I've spent the last 2 months researching every detail of this brand new park, and I realized that each land really needs its own video, so I'm about to share the insider tips for Celestial Park that will turn your visit into an absolutely unforgettable experience. And this is exactly where you should be starting for your perfect day at Epic. So without any further ado, let's go get started. Thank you again so much for checking out this video. Like I said, we are about to break down the best tips and tricks for Celestial Park at Epic Universe. And Celestial Park is really what connects the main 4 worlds within this park. So you have Celestial Park in the middle, and think of it as a circle with the park entrance on one side and Helios Grand Hotel on the other. Then as you walk in from the park entrance on the right side, you're going to have How to Train a Dragon Isle of Berk. You're also going to have Harry Potter and the Ministry of Magic. On the left side, you're going to have Super Nintendo World and Dark Universe. Now, there's also rides within Celestial Park and probably some of the best restaurants in all of the park, right? Within this land. So you want to be familiar with it. You want to make sure you know the best tips and tricks, and we're going to jump right in. So of course, starting with the best tips and tricks, and we have to start with early park admission, of course. So don't forget that there is one ride that's open during early park admission in Celestial Park, and that is of course going to be Stardust Racers. But the other important thing to keep in mind is, like I said, because Celestial Park is really connecting the 4 other worlds, it has a big part of early park admission. So what you want to make sure you do is, if you are taking advantage of early park admission, you understand where you're going, right? Because the way that it's set up is you have to pick a side, left or right. The other important thing too is that there will actually be separate lines for guests who have early park admission, and then there's going to be an additional line for guests who are not taking advantage of early park admission, because Universal will let all guests into the park. However, of course, only guests with early park admission can go and get on the rides that are open. So if you're not going for early park admission, not a problem. You just want to make sure that you get on the correct line so that you are some of the, first guests who are allowed onto the rides during regular park hours. If you have early park admission, though, this is where you need to kind of game plan and have your strategy going into your day, right? Because if you're taking advantage of Super Nintendo World or Dark Universe, when you walk in to Epic Universe, you want to go to your left. If you only plan to go on, let's say, Stardust Racers, or if you're watching my video, another really popular strategy for early park admission is to go and just line up at Harry Potter and the Ministry of Magic to go on to Battle at the Ministry, right? That ride's not included during early park admission, but a lot of folks are using their extra hour to essentially just try to get on that line when it opens up during regular park hours as quickly as possible. You want to go to the right. So again, you just want to be mindful of that. And for my guests who are visiting, let's say from Helios Grand Hotel, which is the brand new hotel with a private entrance into Epic Universe, you're going to do essentially the opposite of that. So that's kind of where we're starting. Over to the next tip and trick is there are lockers that are outside of each concierge hut. So one of the things that I really love about Epic Universe is that Universal made it a lot easier for us to take advantage of the lockers. So you don't have to put your stuff in the lockers at the front of the park. If you use one of the lockers that are near the concierge huts, which are really going to be right outside of Dark Universe or right outside of the Ministry of Magic, then your stuff, if you have to grab something during the middle of the day, it's a little bit easier to go and grab it from these locations as opposed to walking all the way back to the front of the park. The other thing that I love about this, and another tip, is keep an eye out for the fuel rod stations that are going to be available at the concierge huts. So if you're not familiar with the fuel rods, essentially they are the reusable phone chargers. And fuel rods have stations throughout all the Universal Orlando parks, but also the Disney World parks. And that's why they're so popular, because you could pretty much, for a flat fee, you can get a fuel rod charger. And at Universal, you do have to pay, I believe it's around $3 or $4, but you essentially can continue to get new chargers throughout the day. So this is, of course, important in today's day and age that we live in, where everything has an app. And especially at Universal Orlando, a great tip and trick, make sure you download the app before you get down to Orlando, because you're going to be using it a lot, especially if you decide to go with a power-up band or get an interactive wand. But you also want the app for, live maps, wait times, mobile ordering, and so much more. You want to recharge your phone. This is the perfect way to do it. And it sounds like this isn't like a very useful tip, but I go to the park so much, and I know that like when your phone's about to die, you just want to, okay, where's the nearest fuel rod station? I'm telling you now, they are right next to the concierge huts. Okay, over to another important tip and trick specifically for Celestial Park, and this is Epic in general, but there's not much shade within this park. So if you are hanging out within this area, it's important to keep that in mind, especially if you want to sit by the new fountain that is really the center point of this park. You have to be mindful of that. There's not much natural shade, and Universal has tried to give us some man-made shade, but for the amount of people that's in the park, this is a huge problem at this point in time. There's not much shade. You have to be mindful of that. So make sure you are staying hydrated throughout the day. Make sure you bring sunscreen, bring an umbrella, bring whatever you need to do, a cooling towel, to make sure that you do not overheat and you get to have the most amazing day possible. And another really kind of basic tip and trick is once the park closes at night, you can actually explore Celestial Park for about an hour to enjoy the park at night and kind of just take in the vibes before you will officially be kicked out. Okay, but now over to what is on most people's minds, if I had to guess, and that is, of course, going to be what rides are within this world. So there's 2 rides at this point in time. The most popular within Celestial Park is probably going to be Stardust Racers, but we also have the Constellation Carousel, which is quietly kind of building its own sort of fan base, right? So the tip and tricks here would be over at Stardust Racers, it does have 2 different tracks, so you have to try to decide ahead of time which one you want to ride. You have green or yellow. And some of the things we've seen folks do is that they've been splitting up and trying to kind of race each other within the party. But we've also read that the right side is a little bit faster or more intense. But again, people have said, no, that's not true. Some folks are saying yes. I mean, this ride is amazing, though. I don't think it matters which side you go on. I don't think you're going to be disappointed with what Universal has done with this coaster, and it's just a really, really fun ride. Over to Constellation Carousel, the tip and trick here is that this ride definitely will get busier as the sun goes down, because it has some great lighting and effects at night, and overall, again, it's just a very, very cool vibe at night. Okay, so let's tie into some of the next tip and tricks. And for this, we're going and saying if you have a Universal Express Pass, there's a couple things you have to keep in mind. The first is going to be the only Express Pass at Epic Universe at this point in time is the regular Express Pass, which allows you to ride each attraction once. So that means you can only use it once on Stardust Racers, even though there is a green and a yellow track. The other tip and trick, like I said, for Constellation Carousel, if you're visiting with young kids, my honest opinion is a great tip and trick here is to save your Express Pass. If you're going to go on this ride twice, go on it once during the day without using your Express Pass, and then save the Express Pass for later at night, like I said, when the lines will get a little bit longer. Another important one when it comes to the rides is for Stardust Racers, you do have to go through a metal detector, but you can use the free lockers in the queue right outside the ride. And the other cool thing about the free lockers at this point in time is they are facial recognition, so you don't have to worry about keeping your ticket out like the old school lockers at Islands of Adventure, Universal Studios Florida. We have brand new technology, which is really amazing. And another really cool one and important one for families visiting with young kids, this isn't a ride exactly, but there is a water play area in Celestial Park called Astronomica. It's an interactive splash zone featuring fountains that dance, swirl, and spray, offering a refreshing and playful experience for guests. That is directly from the Universal Orlando website. I am not that clever. Okay, now over to the most important thing, in my opinion. dining. But before we get there, we are about halfway done with this video, and I just wanted to take a second to say thank you so much for checking this video out. And if you are enjoying this video until this point, just be sure to hit that subscribe button, as I have a lot more similar videos coming out in the coming weeks to get you as prepared as possible for your next Universal Orlando vacation. And if you need a little additional help, we do have some free park plans to help you with your day at Epic Universe. You can go and subscribe and get those park plans absolutely free. The link is in the show notes below, but let's jump into my favorite thing to talk about, food. So there are probably the best restaurants in all of Epic Universe in Celestial Park. So starting with some of the quick service spots, and we do have Pizza Moon, which is a very popular quick service option. If you're in the theme park world community, there's been some controversy about the to-go boxes at Pizza Moon. I'm pretty sure at this point in time they do have to-go boxes, so you can kind of keep that in mind, because the personal pizzas can be a little large and they might be difficult to finish in one seating. Over to the next quick service restaurant, and we do have Oak and Star Tavern, which actually serves breakfast until 10:30 in the morning, and it's absolutely delicious. And then after, for lunch and dinner, Oak and Star has different barbecue plates, and they also have a really, really cool bar that's kind of connected right to this restaurant that we really enjoyed as well. Sticking with drinks for a moment, another kind of crazy one that I was surprised with is there's actually 2 Starbucks locations within Celestial Park. So there's one right inside the park. If you walk in, you're going to go to your right, and it's going to be kind of right before you start to get over to Isle of Berk. But then there's also another one in Celestial Park over to the left, right outside of the Dark Universe portal. Some of the cool tips and tricks here are that both do serve breakfast, and another tip and trick is that the one outside of Dark Universe is usually less crowded. Okay, but over to the 2 sit-down restaurants within Epic. They're both within Celestial Park. So if you want a more, fine dining experience, you're going to want to check out the Atlantic or Blue Dragon. And the other important tip and trick here is I absolutely would make sure that you make a dining reservation. And you can do this now within the Universal Orlando app, but I do expect these restaurants to be extremely popular, especially during the busier times of year. So make sure that you make your dining reservation. And of course, if you do need a little additional help, if you book your vacation package through our travel company, The Park Prodigy, our vacation planners will actually make the dining reservations for you. So we will make sure you don't miss out on any of the best food. But I do believe that the Atlantic is going to be the most popular restaurant to eat at, especially at night, because the views of the water fountain are absolutely incredible. And another really cool one that we enjoy is that the Blue Dragon and the Atlantic both have bars that you can order drinks, and you can even get food if you do not have reservations, or if there's no reservations available, you can try to grab a seat at the bar. Okay, over to the last most important thing and kind of tips and tricks you want to keep in mind is going to be the shopping. What type of merch do they have within Celestial Park? So there's a couple of shops, and so one of the biggest ones is going to be Other Worlds Mercantile, where you'll find countless treasures collecting from the many realms beyond the portals of Epic Universe. You have Sensorium Emporium, you have Moonship Chocolates and Celestial Sweets, which seems pretty self-explanatory, where you can satisfy your sweet tooth, and Moonship Chocolates and Celestial Sweets. But my really favorite, and I think the most clever one, is going to be North Star Wintry Wonders, which is holiday cheer is always in supply at North Star Wintry Wonders. Shop from holiday gifts, toys, wooden presents, and more. This is an all year round holiday store, which I absolutely love. And the other really cool thing is keep an eye out. If you see Snope, you're not dreaming. If you see snow in July at Epic Universe, you are probably standing right outside of North Star Wintry Wonders, as it does Snope throughout the year. And so some of the last little tips and tricks we would say is don't save the shopping until the end of the night, as we typically will find the stores to be the most crowded at this point of the day, especially if you're staying, up to that extra hour after the park closes. And then if you're staying at an official Universal Orlando hotel, which we always recommend if you're visiting Universal Orlando, there is merchandise delivery, and essentially you can just ship your merchandise back to your hotel room for free. So especially if you're shopping in the beginning or the middle of the day, you don't have to lug those bags around, all day. They can be shipped back to your Universal Orlando resort. The only caveat here is you have to make sure you're not checking out the next day. But if you are, the other cool thing is you can actually get your packages shipped back to your house. You do have to pay an additional fee for that. But again, I know that the merchandise is something that's so very, very popular, and those little things will just help you, kind of tackle your day a little bit better. But that is it, everyone. Those are some of our favorite tips and tricks starting with Celestial Park at Epic Universe. We are really excited for the next 4 videos as we really dive and break down all the fun things going on within each world. But I really hope that you found this video helpful, and if I missed anything that you have picked up in Celestial Park that you think all of our viewers need to know about, just be sure to leave that in the comment section so everyone else can check it out. And like I said, if you need a little additional help planning your next Universal Orlando vacation, just be sure to go check out our website, theparkprodigy.com. And as a thank you for sticking around all the way till the end of this video, I do have a special promo code you can go use to book a discounted Universal Orlando vacation package, and that promo code is going to be MAGIC50. But I think that's all the time we have for today. Thank you all again so much for checking out this video, and until next time, I will talk to you soon.